I'm Earl Wells. Professionally, I'm the former director of the State Crime Laboratory at the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, where I began my career in forensic chemistry and forensic science in 1969, initially to establish the implied consent program in South Carolina, better known as the breathalyzer program. Also during that time, I was also employed as a forensic chemist in the SLED chemistry laboratory, conducting examinations on crime scene evidence collected around the state and testifying in the state courts around South Carolina concerning the results of those examinations. Over the period of some 38 years, I was eventually promoted from the assistant chief chemist at SLED to the director of the Forensic Crime Laboratory, also still is currently located at SLED. Professionally, I am court qualified to testify in matters relating to drug analysis, toxicology, trace evidence, crime scene examinations, crime scene investigations, and pretty much every aspect of forensic science with the exception of firearms examinations and latent trend examinations. Retired in 2007. After rejoining retirement a couple of years, I received a call one day from Chief Kill at SLED, and he requested that I consider accepting an appointment from the governor of South Carolina to serve as the Interim Coroner for Lexington County as a result of then Coroner Harman's untimely passing. Held that office temporarily for about 5 or 6 months. Left in November of 2014 after the current coroner took office. During that time, working in the crime lab at SLED, I was fortunate enough to make the acquaintance of Glenn Ross during a training class that I was conducting on the examination of identification of marijuana. I've known Glenn since that time, and actually before, and know that he's had considerable experience in the area of crime scene investigation. He is not a stranger to evaluating a death scene and determining whether there's concern for a possible criminal prosecution or a natural death. And he knows the resources that are available to him to make that determination, such as forensic pathologists, state crime laboratories, federal crime laboratories that are available to be utilized when necessary. This experience is extremely important in the office of a coroner, because that's what their primary concern is, to make that distinction between natural death versus a death that's caused by outside forces. That experience itself is Glenn's strength. It makes him the best candidate for the coroner office in Lexington County. He knows what's needed to establish a case and to present that case, whether in a criminal prosecution, a civil prosecution, and how to conduct an office that handles evidence and the procedures of evidential storage, handling, and preservation, protecting the integrity of the chain of evidence so that it can be used in any civil proceeding or criminal proceeding. Glenn's experience covers about 16 years of crime scene investigation, which is paramount, in my opinion, for a coroner of Lexington County. Because of Glenn's experience in crime scene investigation and law enforcement in general, I would like to ask you to join me in supporting Glenn for the office of Coroner of Lexington County and vote on June 14th